Alright, what's good? It's your boy Real Lil, and I am back to do another live stream. Talking some boxing, ladies and gentlemen, for my boxing followers out there. I know I have been busy as of late. I have two radio shows. I just dropped the episode, the Real Lil Show episode 15, 2 days ago. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. That was a great, dope episode. Definitely check that out after this live. But in this live, I'm focusing on boxing Anthony Joshua versus Joshua Miller. The press conference was yesterday, and boy, let me tell you, that was one of the most entertaining press conferences I've seen in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from the opening tap, when Anthony Joshua and Jarrell Miller got introduced, I mean, it started with Jarrell Miller shoving Anthony Joshua unexpectedly very hard. And it seemed like that caught Anthony Joshua off guard. He looked a little bit shaken up, in my opinion, because he wasn't expecting that. And sometimes he gets shaken up, it happens, right? But, I guess that's Jarrell Miller trying to get into Anthony Joshua's head. Obviously, Jarrell Miller is a smack talker. He knows how to sell fights. And he's from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. We all from Brooklyn. So we definitely know how to talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? Can we show that into action? That's a different story. Because I know people that can talk that talk but can't walk that walk. But that's what it is though. We bring that. We Brooklyn people. We don't play. We go down. We know how to slugfest it out. Our president Trump is from the city, not from Brooklyn, but he's from the city, and we already know he got a mouth on him. So I'm not surprised. Jarrell Miller, with the trash talking, but the shoving that caught me off guard a little bit. And during this press conference, you can see Anthony Joshua, a little bit uneasy. He was more upset. He looked like an angry Anthony Joshua, and I think Jarrell Miller got into his head. And that could be a gift, and that could be a curse. And the reason why I say that is because when these two guys do fight on June 1st at MSG, it could work for Jarrell Miller because he can get into Anthony Joshua's head, and Anthony Joshua is looking for a knockout, and then he gets knocked out. Or it could be, and you taking him out his game. Or it could be an angry Anthony Joshua that's just gonna connect and knock you out, as he predicted he will do, no later than the 7th round. So the smack talking, the way how Jarrell Miller is getting down, maybe it will work for him, maybe not. I don't know. We will have to see come June 1st. But that was a very entertaining press conference. But a lot of what Jarrell Miller said is actually factual when we think about it, about some of the things he had to say about Joshua. I do believe Joshua and his team is a fraud. I don't know if Joshua himself is a fraud or is it Eddie Hearn. It might be just Eddie Hearn. That's the fraud over here. Right? He called Anthony Joshua Uncle Tom, this and that. And I'm not refuting that at all. Because we already know about the Deontay Wilder fight that we've been trying to get for the longest while, and the reason why we didn't get it. Because they offering slavery numbers. They really are fooling themselves. And I'm sorry for the Anthony Joshua fans that are listening to this live. And trust me, I was once an Anthony Joshua fan. I'm not saying I'm not a fan, but I'm not a fan. And the reason why is because I've been peeping those moves. They full of themselves. They like, listen, we gonna offer these cats slavery money, offering Dillian White $4 million. When Dillian White, to me, in my eyes, his stock improved a little bit more than what it was the first time they fought. Just giving guys low budget offers, trying to get all the money. And I know Anthony Joshua is the A side. Yes, we know it. He has the belts. Yes, I'm tired of hearing that. I know that. He has the belts. He is the A side. He should get the most money. I know that. You know what I'm saying? But Deontay Wilder is a top 3 heavyweight. You got to give him some more money. All right? You got to give him some piece of the pie. Same thing with Tyson Fury. Same thing with give Dillian Wright a couple, millions more. You know what I'm saying? And, obviously Jarrell Miller was able to make this fight happen because, this is Jarrell Miller's opportunity to make a name for himself because he is not that known. I know Jarrell Miller because my brother went to elementary school with Jarrell Miller. So even my brother said he could definitely see. I mean, before he even seen the press conference, because he wasn't able to go, I wasn't able to go. He was like, "Yo, I can't wait to see it because I know it's gonna be something." Because he knows Jarrell Miller. He knows Jarrell Miller used to talk smack way back in elementary school. Then he had anger issues. Then, so he's not surprised he turned out to be who he is today. And I would definitely, like I said in previous lives, that I would get Jarrell Miller on my show, the Real Lil Show, sometime in a couple months. I'ma definitely get him on the show. That would be a good look right before his fight at MSG. But nevertheless, you know, that's how I feel about Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. I believe that whole thing is a fraud, and I do see Anthony Joshua kind of separating. I won't say separated from Eddie Hearn, but I seen a few things in that press conference that had me alarmed. When, Eddie Hearn was trying to end the press conference questions, and Joshua was like, no, let him ask questions. Nah, let me take these questions. Kind of like disagreements. Anthony Joshua, and I could see that. Maybe it's not Anthony Joshua who I should be criticizing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's Eddie Hearn. And you got to realize Anthony Joshua is owned by Eddie Hearn. He's owned. He's that number one prize in the UK. He's basically controlled. So I don't know. Maybe I have been hard on Anthony Joshua in the past because of Eddie Hearn. And if that's the case, then my fault. I do apologize for that. But at the same time, I want to see. It's the heavyweight division. I want to see guys fight against each other. I want to see Anthony Joshua, if it's not his fault, say, look, Eddie Hearn, I want to fight Deontay Wilder right now. I want to make this fight. Take a stance or something. Do something. So we won't look at you as a fraud. But yes, this press conference was really entertaining. Like I said, definitely check that out if you haven't. There's a couple boxing channels you could check it out. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing this fight. I don't know who's going to win yet. I mean, I do, in my mind, know who I will pick right now, but I'm not going to make no predictions until, the fight comes, because that will ruin everything. But do I believe Jarrell Miller has a shot? Absolutely. He got the home field advantage. But my thing is, with the amount of smack talk that was said and a lot of talk that was said, it's risky. It might work in his favor. It might not. We'll see what Anthony Joshua we gonna get. But Anthony Joshua definitely looked angry. It looked like Jarrell Miller definitely got to him. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But like I said, there's a lot of things that struck out to me in that press conference. And it was the way how Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn kind of was, doing together, and how Joshua felt unease, and how he was telling, like coming in and stepping up and say, listen, let him talk, let him ask questions, obviously. So we'll see. We'll see how the next couple of press conferences go, because if this was any indication, I'm loving it so far. I'm loving it. And even if somebody gets knocked out in the first couple of rounds, you could not lie. They going to sell this fight really, really well. All right? So really selling pre-sales at MSG Garden has broken records. And so if that's any indication, then it will be a really, really good, interesting fight at MSG. And I, should be in attendance for that fight too, obviously, because the connects. My brother knows Jarrell Miller. I'm supposed to get him on the show sometime in the next couple of months when I touch back down in the city. So we'll see. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't see the press conference, let me know how you feel. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this fight, who you think is going to win, or you plus Anthony Joshua, or you plus Jarrell Miller. Listen, I want Jarrell Miller to win. All right, he's a Brooklyn guy. I'm a Brooklyn native. I got ties to Jarrell Miller. So, not ties. Like, I never met Miller in my life, but like I said, my brother went to school with him. So that whole Brooklyn thing, we hungry. And another thing that struck me real quick before I end this live is how Jarrell Miller did his research on Anthony Joshua. It's like he know everything about Anthony Joshua. What Anthony Joshua ate for dinner, what he ate for breakfast, how he slept. Did he sleep upside down last night? He knows that. Did he blink twice in a day? More than twice in a day? He knows that. He knows a lot about Anthony Joshua. He seems to be doing research. He knows a lot about his team, his right-hand man. And it looks like this is a fight that Jarrell Miller has been wanting and has been studying for and will be prepared to fight. Because when you want something, you'll go out for it. He even said in the interview, I mean, in the press conference, he got guns pulled on him a couple times. He's not scared of anything. He doesn't. Living in Brooklyn, being from the ghetto, you were going to die any day. You never know when you were going to die. So going in that boxing ring, I'm expecting Jarrell Miller to put it all out there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But leave your comments in the section below. Let me know how you feel. Check out my last radio show. I got another show tomorrow in the huddle with Kenny C and myself. We're going to talk a lot of stuff, a lot of football, baseball, all that. We got that for you. You know, this is the Real Lil Live. Subscribe to the channel. That's the most important thing. Subscribe to the channel. Get all your latest updates and your favorite sports and pop culture topics. I got that for you. All right? One love.